Hello, in this video you will see how to configure contextual insights so they can offer meaningful insights to the business user. Contextual insights or CI is available on datasets as well as subject areas, and the process to configure them is identical in both cases. Here's a sample dashboard where you want to enable CI. First, enter the authoring mode by clicking on Edit. In this example, notice that the dashboard sources from a multi-table dataset. So the first step is to edit this dataset and confirm that the fact table has the preserve grain flag set. This step is only needed if it's a multi-table dataset. Once this is done, the next step is to identify the visualization on which you want to configure CI. CI is enabled on individual visualizations. Look at this chart. It shows donation value by primary subject category. Let's say you want to enable CI on this chart. First, go to the Analytics tab and click on the Enable Visualizations property. This property is off by default and you need to check it on. This property is available on most viz types except a few like tile, text box or image viz type. Next step is a critical one. You need to select meaningful columns from your dataset and add them to the related columns grammar edge. These columns should be relevant to the context of what you're analyzing in the visualization. The AI process will consider these columns to generate the most meaningful insights when CI is invoked. Select a few columns from your dataset and add it to the grammar edge. You can add dates, attributes, and also workbook calculations as related columns. Once you've added these columns, click on Explain Selected, invoke CI, and go through the insights generated by the AI process. Each insight shows how your selection performs compared to the rest of the data. Confirm that the insights are meaningful and bring business value. You can add up to 30 columns in your related columns grammar. The AI process will pick the columns that show the highest contrast between your selection and the rest of the data. For subsequent vizes, you can simply copy-paste related columns from one viz to another. In case you don't add any columns to related columns, the AI process will pick the most meaningful columns from your dataset and render insights. But it's highly recommended that you add relevant columns here for overall better performance. Refer to the product documentation for detailed guidelines on what you need to consider while adding related columns. Explain Visualization property is also available in the present mode and is enabled by default. Next, to configure CI on a subject area based dashboard, the process is identical to what we've seen so far. First, you enable the property for Explain Visualization. Next, you add meaningful columns to the related columns grammar. And invoke CI by clicking on Explain Selected. In subject areas, you must always add related columns for CI to work. In spite of adding related columns, if you don't see any insights, then try reducing the number of columns to less than 6. That should result in some insights. To understand more about the different kinds of insights that are generated by CI, watch our next video on this topic. Hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.